This is your city. Vote early. Polls will open across New York City this Saturday, October 23rd, for early voting in the November 2nd general election to finalize who will run the city's government the next 4 years. A year ago this time, the city saw more than 1 million voters cast their ballots days ahead of all important 2020 presidential election. Every one of the 88 early voting sites saw long lines of people during most of their operating hours, eager and waiting to make their voices heard. Though some bristled at the long waits, the incredible participation in last November's vote was a beautiful demonstration of democracy on the march. We should want every election to have a fraction of the sense of urgency and eagerness felt last November. This year, admittedly, the urgency and eagerness is far lower in New York City. In this heavenly democratic town, it seems like the winners of June's madcap ranked choice primaries will cruise to victory on November 2nd. But your vote in the general election, open to all registered voters regardless of party affiliation, represents the final say in the kind of government New York City will have the next 4 years. The winners in the races of mayor, city controller, public advocate, borough president, and city council seats on November 2nd will be the ones who take office in those positions this coming January. Indeed, the general election is the only contest that truly matters. And you don't need to wait till November 2nd to cast your ballot. Head over to vote.newyorkcity, find your early voting poll site, and head there between October 23rd to the 31st to make your voices heard. Remember that, unlike the ranked choice primary, you may only pick one candidate per race, except in judicial races where voters are asked to select more than one nominee. Don't forget also that the ballot includes several critical ballot questions related to the state constitution and city charter. Voters are being asked whether to change the state legislative redistricting process, ratify a constitutional amendment giving every New Yorker the right to a clean environment, permitting same-day voting registration, authorizing no excuse absentee voting, and increasing legal case limits before the New York City Civil Court. Read up on these ballot questions ahead of time, then head to the polls and decide for yourself whether they serve your best interests. In the end, this is your city, your state. Your vote gives you incredible power to decide our future. Exercise it.